Daniel Stephenson making his debut in the RNG British Talent Cup in 2025 with Rocket Racing. Good to see you.
Yeah, I've just used the bike from my older brother. It's alright, it's just my first time at the track, second time on the bike, so I'm just making my way through, learning the track, learning the bike.
Well, you mentioned your brother, Rhys Stephenson, raced in the RNG British Talent Cup for many years, had quite a bit of success, so hoping you're going to follow in his footsteps, I presume.
Yes, yeah.
In his successful footsteps.
Yeah. Like to go to Red Bull Rookies, through to MotoGP if I can, but yeah.
Okay, well, tell us what you've been doing the past few years, where you've been racing, and how you ended up here.
Well, I started off at British Money Bikes at the age of 7 on a 90cc Bambino. Made my way up into the Ovali Cup, the 110, and then moved on to the 160. And then we already had the bike from Rhys, so my dad just decided, if we can, we'll just jump into the Talent Cup.
Fair enough. Well, it seems like a normal progression, I suppose. Aims for the future, you've already said Red Bull Rookies. When do you think that'll be?
I'm not sure. Hopefully in the next few years.
Yeah. Okay. Good stuff. And what do you make of this Donington track? Have you ridden here before?
Well, it's my first time here. I did ride yesterday. First time in the wet. It's quite nice. It's just me. I've got to learn the bike, learn the tracks. It's completely different to where other places I've been. So it's quite difficult for me to learn.
Well, I guess with the same bike that your brother Rhys had, that he raced for quite some time, it's looking good being put back together again. But I guess you've got that marker to at least, you've got maybe some data or at least lap times from literally the same bike at this same track.
Yeah, the only difference is we've just changed a few bits for me, so because obviously Rhys is much taller and bigger than me, so we've had to change the bike a lot to fit me.
Okay, well, good luck in round 1 back here at Donington in a few weeks.
Yes, thank you.
Ben Hardwick from Dan Cooper Motorsport making his debut in the 2025 RNG British Talent Cup. Hello.
Hi.
So we're at the first test ahead of the first round at Donington, and we're speaking just a few weeks before the first round. How was your test weekend?
It was a good test weekend, lots of value, learning the bike and everything. Didn't end the way we wanted to, but should be back at Oulton all strong and that, yeah.
Okay, fantastic. And you're racing officially under a British race licence, but you are in fact, as your mother was telling us, from Canada. And so just tell us what you've been doing before turning up here in the UK.
I raced O'Valleys and trained all this winter on the NSF. Big difference to this bike though.
And your first weekend here at the RNG British Talent Cup, what's that been like? Has it been a fun weekend for you?
Yeah, it's been fun. Nice meeting lots of people, and look forward to the rest of the season.
And what about the future for you? Have you got like a career plan, a goal in mind?
I definitely want to race Super Sport in the UK in the next couple of years, and hopefully Superbike one day.
Harrison Mckay back in 2025 RNG British Talent Cup, and you're going to win your first race this year, aren't you?
I really hope so, yeah, it's about time. 5th season this year, so new team, and it's all going well so far, so hopefully it goes really well.
Yeah, well, you've certainly been pushing the limits, practicing at various tracks as well, like Cadwell just last week, and bedding in those leathers, the new leathers that you've got there. And so how's things? How was your winter then?
Not too bad. Obviously, I've now got a job, so it's hard to go out to Spain and do loads of testing throughout the winter. So we've been doing things like obviously track days and like no limits and NG race weekends really. So we've had about 9 or 10 weekends in a row really on the British Talent Cup bike. So plenty of track time throughout the winter. Obviously not in Spain, but the weather in the UK has been really good. So yeah, it's been a good winter.
I guess it is difficult balancing 2 careers as well, isn't it? I suppose being a superstar motorcycle racer and your day job.
Yeah, it's difficult to try and get time off work, but it's fine. We work our way around it.
Here at the test at Donington, ahead of the first round at Donington in a few weeks' time, and well, it's also your birthday today.
It is, yeah, 17. Get driving.
and you didn't want any fuss, but I guess your family and your team put a little spread on and made a bit of a fuss for you.
Yeah, I don't. No, Kovara racing. It doesn't feel like it's my birthday, so it's a bit strange. But it's 17. So, but it don't, like I said, it don't feel like it. But you can't spend it any better. I'm here riding my bike, so best birthday really.
Exactly, and a lot of people have you in their, let's say, top 3 or 4 for maybe being a championship contender. Is that a bit too premature, do you reckon?
No, definitely not. I think this year...
I mean, you've got to win your first race.
Yeah, definitely. I think this year will be the one. Obviously, I know it's only testing, but the pace is good at the moment. Like I said, getting comfy with the team, getting comfy with the bike. It's all going well, and hopefully we can be winning some races this year.
All right, well, good luck for the rest of the test, and we'll see you back here in a few weeks.
Thank you very much.
Back in 2025 with Scott McPhee. How are you doing?
Not too bad, yourself?
I'm good, yeah, good to see you back here in the R&G British Talent Cup for another season, and well, no doubt you're looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, I've been training hard over the winter, hoping to get some decent results this year, but just been chipping away over the winter, getting there.
And well, we hear a rumour, tell us if this is right, that you're going to be making your debut in the ETC this year, is that right?
Yeah, so far we've just got round 1 planned, since we got a 4-week break now after the test till round 1 at Donny, so we got 4 weeks to do nothing. So we thought, why not just go to Estoril and try do a wildcard, see what it's like, see how we'll get on. And I know for a fact it's going to be so hard since they're so fast, but yeah, just see where we'll end up.
Well, you never know. You never know how you get on, because I mean, you're growing and developing as a rider, as a person. You're getting, you're getting older now. How old are you, by the way?
16.
The big one's 6.
17 in July. Then I'll be able to finally drive.
Oh, God. Right. Well, tell us then, coming into round 1, because we're just speaking at the test at Donington. The first round is back here at Donington. Have you got targets that you want to aim for or achieve, or like goals for the season?
Yeah, of course. Just to be better than last season, just be more competitive, be more up to the sharp end. I've been working all hard during winter to be up there, but it just comes down to round 1, see where we're at, and then even if we're not there for round 1, we can just chip away for the rest of the season. What
about any marker people who you want to beat?
Oh no, I'm not saying any names now, but let's just see where we'll end up. Just hoping to be top 10, top 5s, about there.
Because you're one of the only people in this class who are still sort of an independent team, kind of racing just on your own, really. Without the infrastructure of for example, like MLAV or with Wilson Racing and that sort of thing. Do you think that gives you a bit more of an advantage? Do you think like there's a bit more focus on you when that happens?
Yes and no. Like, see if you get a win. That's like an independent team compared to MLAV, Wilson, RS. But then when it comes down to like data and stuff like that, that's when we miss out on, because they've got 4 or 5 bikes that they can analyse, see who's doing what better and how they can improve. We can't. We have to just go off the year before's data, and every year I've just been getting faster. So it's that's probably the biggest hindrance, being an independent team. But other than that, yeah, we do no bad ourselves.
Well, best of luck for the rest of the test here at Donington. I'm sure you'll come away with a big smile on your face, I'm sure. And we'll, I guess, see you at round 1 back here at Donington.
Catch you later.
Lewis Mullen, British Talent Cup, first season for you.
Yep.
Welcome.
Thank you. Very welcome.
So why the RMG British Talent Cup? Why come and race over here?
Just thought, have a break from Spain, come over back close to home and have fun, really. Because if you're trying to evolve up into ETC, it's just a big jump, so we thought I'd come here, get a good few bike time on the NSF 250. So
yeah, it is a very competitive field, one of the most competitive fields in Europe.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So tell us then, for those who don't know about you and your history and stuff, where have you been racing the past few years? What have you been doing?
I've been racing in Spain the past few years. 2023 I did Moto 4 Championship, and then last year I did Pre-Moto 3. I was a point scorer, I got a few top 10s, and just riding with the next generation really, so I'm excited to race here now as well.
Are you doing a full season in the R&G British Talent Cup?
Yeah, full season.
Good stuff. Well, you're in a very competitive team on a good bike with lots of fast charging teammates as well. So how do you think you'll fare against some of the names in this team?
I think I want to be the top rider. That's always the goal, and I'm just going to try and beat them all, obviously, and that's just.
I know it's still early. It's still we're just talking at the first test day of the season, really. I know, so everyone's literally just still seeing and bedding in their bikes and getting the feel for things as well. What about career goals for you? What have you got a plan for yourself? A 3 or 5 year plan?
Just really go with the flow, really. Whatever happens, happens. I don't know what next season, but the goal is to try and get into a bigger bike because my size, I'm a very tall person, and I struggle on the smaller bikes, but it's only really one of the only routes I can really go. So.
By the looks of it, you well, to me anyway, everyone looks tall, but I'd say you'd probably 6'1" or something.
Yeah, 6'1", 6 foot, 6'1".
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. And how old are you, by the way?
14 years old.
Wow. Okay, there you go. Well, you should have stopped growing by now, I think. But anyway, Lewis, good to catch up with you on this first test weekend at Donington. Your thoughts of the track, though? This is the first round in a couple of weeks' time, though. How are you finding it?
I'm loving it, honestly. It's different from Spain. Spain's like usually flat tracks, smooth tracks, where this is from a different change. It's a lot of elevation, so I'm really loving it.
Cool. Well, love to see what you can do in the first round in a few weeks' time here back at Donington.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Making his debut in 2025 in the R&G British Talent Cup, it is Ethan Sparks. Good to see you here.
Yeah, good to see you too. I'm happy to be back in England riding again after being in Europe for 2 years.
Yeah, you were racing in the mini GP series in Austria and did fantastically well for 2 years there, and some other bits in Spain as well. So what brings you back to the UK?
Well, really it's one, it's easier if we come back to UK for sponsor-wise, and going forward the BTC is the best possible route. So yeah, that's one of the main reasons.
And you're here racing with your new team, Kovara RS-Racing. Fantastic setup this year. What are your thoughts initially?
I'm really happy because I heard it's like the best team, and for 2 years I've been working with my dad, so not been in a team. So it's really good to now, like my dad to relax, and also for me to be in a team and probably progress my riding even more.
Okay. And thoughts ahead of the season? We're only talking in testing at Donington pre-season, but surely you're here with your eyes on, are you looking to just cause an upset or just see how you get on in this first season?
Well, I really want to try and do as best as I can this season to hopefully go forward, because then we could focus on Europe still. That's why we're doing the ETC as well, to stay with all the people I've been riding against, because I think it was 18 out of like most of the people in the ETC grid was are in the Pre-Moto 3 grid or in the ETC, so we want to really stay riding against them.
And although, as you say, you've been racing in Europe quite a lot, coming to the British Talent Cup here, you're racing alongside people from FAB who you grew up with, so you already kind of know most of the grid and how they ride.
Yeah, I've known many people like Philip that I battled against in the 70s for a year. So yeah, I do know quite a lot of people. I've raced against most of them.
At Donington with Lilly Rhodes here at the Wilson Racing team, celebrating 40 years this season, and you're making your debut in 2025. Good to see you. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Well, yeah, fantastic. We're here at the test at the first test. This is day 2 that we're speaking of. So you've had a whole day on the bike so far. What do you make of it?
It's a very fast track, and then like there's like a slow hairpin, but yeah, you just keep a throttle on everywhere, and not much braking.
Okay. So, yeah, we've got the first round back here at Donington in a couple of weeks' time. So, obviously, you'll be looking forward to that, and we'll be excited to see you on track. But tell us a little bit more about you, what you've been racing in and where you've come from.
I did Supermoto for 3 years. Well, I'm still doing it this year, but last year was my 3rd year of it. And I started doing that when I was 11. I was racing a 65 in a group of like other 10, 12, 13-year-olds. And then I got on an 85 the next year, and then a 250 the year after that. And then after that I did 2 rounds of BMZ, which is a club, and I did some racing on a Kawasaki 400. And I did okay. But I already had the Murphy, so we did some practicing on that, and then I've come here.
Okay, well, what's the, I guess, is it a step up from stuff that you've done previously in stuff like BMZ? What's like the power difference to these bikes?
I think they're like the same speed, but like you can like definitely tell that these bikes are like more of a race bike, because they're like smaller and more aerodynamic and better for cornering. The Ninjas aren't great for like corners, but they're like very like, you know, like sturdy and just like big and heavy, but they're still really fun. Yeah. I like racing them.
Yeah. Is it the most fun that you've had on the bikes, or something like Supermoto, because they can be fun as well?
Well, the thing is, Supermoto is like, it can be like really scary because you've got like jumps to do, but they're not that bad. They're not that bad, but when you like case it, it can knock your confidence and you don't want to do it again for the rest of the weekend. But I think the most fun I've had was at Brands Hatch last year on the Ninja, because it's like really smooth track. Yeah.
And what track are you most looking forward to visiting this season?
Brands Hatch. Yeah.
Full GP circuit, you reckon you go well there? What is it about Brands Hatch that you like?
Well, I just like how like smooth it is, and like how, you know, like easy it is to find your line. Because some tracks are like really odd and it's really hard to find your line, like Snetterton. There's like a really big corner and it's really hard to figure out where you should be. Yeah.
Well, best of luck in round 1 back here at Donington in a couple of weeks' time. Lilly Rhodes.